This video is brought to you by the Patriot Portable Power Bank. I was out at the Virginia gun rally recording for hours and hours, draining my battery, and if it weren't for these babies, I wouldn't have made it. You can charge this thing with the sun or any electrical outlet, and it serves as a high-powered flashlight. The code for your massive discount is in the description below. Grab a couple of them.
We haven't been under the Constitution for a very long time. It's not about the Constitution anymore. This is why they're able to do what they do and get away with it. It's all about the dollar. It's all about the money. The Federal Reserve took over, and that's how they control everybody's money. The soldiers are going to do what they got to do to take care of their families. Cops are going to do what they got to do to take care of their families. It doesn't matter. It's all about the pension at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it is.
And that's why the cliche is true, that it's hard to get a man to come to the knowledge of the truth when his paycheck depends on him not coming to the knowledge of the truth. But you were talking about, like right before I started recording, you said something really good about a cop not having an opinion. What were you saying about that?
Yeah, so I mean, I've asked several cops. Actually, I got some great footage, you know, where I go up and I ask these cops what their opinion is and why they don't stand with the sheriff, and what their opinion is on the gun ban and you know, the raping of our Constitution, and the fact that you know, they're out here enforcing policy over state statutes and the Constitution of America. I mean, you just took the Bill of Rights and you pissed all over it, and that really bothered me. And when I asked him that, his reply is, "I don't have an opinion in my uniform." And I got that from several different guys. Like, so as soon as they put that badge on, no longer can they think for themselves. No longer can they have their own opinions. No longer can they stand up for what's right or just. Instead, what they do is they turn around and they obey, and they continue to push the tyranny that their superiors get passed on from the politicians to sit in that little office up there. And next thing you know, these dudes are running around telling us what to do. And I'm surprised that you know, people ain't been getting tear gas and flashbang and the rest of that with what I've seen today. And the attitudes, I mean, you got dudes running around with gang flags on their hats. You know, it's quite ridiculous. But for a man not to think for himself is the real issue. Because at the point that a man quits thinking for himself, he's ultimately allowing himself to be controlled by an entity that, you know, is in a position to destroy what this country's been built on.
And if that man happens to be a law enforcer, that just makes it 10 times worse.
Absolutely, because our officers should be held to a higher standard. If you don't hold officers to a higher standard, you know, the men that are supposed to be enforcing the law, how can you expect the citizens that stand underneath them to respect or to obey the same laws? If that cop can't keep from beating his wife when he goes home at night, because I don't know if you know the DV situation with cops, but it's pretty high. You know, so that dude can't go home without beating his wife at night and then getting off, and she's a victim that can't even get justice. You just raped the 14th Amendment, right? There's not equal protection under the law if you just, you know, beat your wife and now she can't even call the cops because your homeboys are going to cover for you, right? I mean, that's an issue. But more so, I think it's just the issue that these guys have been dumbed down enough and trained to the point where they are okay with not having their own opinion. They're okay with pushing citizens around, and at that point, you know, what are we going to do? I mean, it's pushing to the point of revolt. We can't do anything else. You know, we can look at them. I cop watch them. I tell them that, you know, what you're doing goes against your oath, and that's what bothers me the most. These dudes, every single one of them, stood before a congregation of people and took that oath to uphold the Constitution and to perform their duties to the best of their abilities. Yet, the best of their abilities are the opinions of someone that sits in a tiered up office, you know, in the state capitol, and don't care what happens to people like me and you. They don't care about the poverty. As long as they're, you know, making theirs and they're pushing the New World Order agenda, or what I consider to be the UN agenda. Because if you look at the gun laws, they're right in alliance with the UN agenda, and that's the issue. Now you're taking a foreign entity and integrating it into America. You're destroying America, and if they can't see that and they can't stand up for what's just, man, this whole nation's gonna crumble, and the people are gonna rebel against it. I guarantee it, and we're gonna lose as people because we're not in a position to fight what they've accomplished over the top of us as far as power and control.
Yep. You got a YouTube channel. What's the name?
Liberty Bird.
Liberty Bird. Okay. Yep. And you got one too?
Yeah, Chuck Bronson.
Chuck Bronson?
Yep. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Major.
Hey, it's great.
I love those shoes.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, well, like I said, I just wanted to, you know, pop in and just shake your hand and tell you, you know, I really admire what you do. You definitely you hold the truth, you know, to a higher standard, man, and you're not afraid to expose it. And that, to me, you know, is what a true American patriot is all about. So I appreciate you. So.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your time too. Thanks, Chuck.
Nice meeting you. Awesome.
Thanks. Hey, thank you. Hey, thank you too, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. That's